Time to get ready, get set, and win. This is more than likely going to be the last stream of this campaign. And wait, what? Wait, 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 what? That's not my shepherd. Hold up. Dude, that's not my shepherd. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is a great... I was about to say, what the heck? This is not my shepherd. Wait a minute. Lincoln Shepherd. That's the right shepherd. Wait. Where am I? Eden Prime. Dude, something's not right. What is going on here? The Citadel is now in orbit over Earth in the heart of the Reaper-controlled space. Wait. Hold up. This ain't my shepherd, dude. But this is the right save file. Why does he look like that? I customized my shepherd. Yo, this is the weirdest glitch I've had. What the heck? And he's not even... Bro, he's not even the right class. I chose, this is like the soldier class. I chose... What did I choose? I chose Vanguard. Don't get me wrong, I like the default shepherd, but this isn't my shepherd. And I'd rather go into the fight with, like, the reputation is correct. And you can't get all that from being... Like, why am I level 1? What is this right now? Alright, let me just reload it. This is so weird. So that's 31 minutes. That's an autosave. Chrono Station. Oh, no. We're not going back that far. Well, this is a fine way to start the video. Oh, boy. That... Okay, so I can't lie. That's the second time I've ran into that glitch, actually. The first time I ran into that glitch, it actually, when I hit load, there we go. There's my boy. There's my boy. I don't like that nose, but I'm stuck with it. But, last time I did that, when it ran into that glitch, it restarted the game to the point where I got to Mars at a random point in the game, and that was it. So, but I did get the trophy for bringing all the available assets to the war. So I got everything that the trophy required. From the journal, we definitely didn't get every single mission done. We still got all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So about 13 missions that we didn't do. But other than that, we pretty much did practically everything else. So I'm pretty happy with that. Some of them we pretty much missed, mainly because they were DLC missions that I can't go back on. Like the Omega ones where I gotta help Harriet with the ship. Not the ship, the couch.
Much for Cerberus. All that's left now is Earth. You ready?
Hell yes. Put me in a shuttle. I don't want to tell my grandkids that I spent the war guarding a door.
Yeah, buddy. Alright, so we did finish off talking to everyone before we embarked. Actually, I think there's one person who didn't... Oh, wait, there was one person I forgot to talk to, though. Specialist trainer. Or maybe I did talk to them all. You know what? Yeah, we're fine. We can just... Actually, let me check this real quick, just in case. Judging how this game goes, you know, you forget one thing, then everyone dies. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not Until Dawn bad. As far as, like, you know, you mess up once and everyone dies. Alright, so we messed up Kai Lang. He stood no chance against me. But to be fair, he did win 2 out of the 3 times we fought, so I can't blame him for getting cocky. Actually, no, because the first time he fought Thane, and he actually had to flee that, so he didn't really win that one, but he escaped, so I can see why he would get cocky on that one. So the actual time he actually fought us was on I keep wanting to say Ilium, but it's not Ilium. Order fleets to Earth. Look at that. Nothing else. But look at all the Reapers, dude. They really took over everywhere. And you see how nothing else is available now? You can't click on anything. Like, you are locked. It's beautiful. I don't know why. I thought it would be funny if they just started firing
Commander,
at us.
You've got a priority message from Admiral Hackett requesting to come aboard.
Permission granted.
Aye, Commander.
Have we ever even seen this dude in person before? I don't think we have. Oh, dude, they got the pistols ready. Not even in their holsters. They're just carrying them. Like, what in the world? I don't know how I feel about that.
Commander,
Admiral?
are you ready to bring the might of the galaxy to bear on the Reapers?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Then let's make sure the fleets are ready.
I like that quote. You got me there, man.
Reporting in, sir.
You're in my space,
Never before
Admiral.
have so many come together
Whatever.
from all quarters of the galaxy. But never before have we faced an enemy such as this. The Reapers will show us no mercy. We must give them no quarter.
Nor nickel or dime.
They will terrorize
Or
our
penny.
populations. We must stand fast in the face of that terror. They will advance until our last city falls. But we will not fall. We will prevail.
It depends on the ending
Each
I
of us
choose.
will be defined by our actions in the coming battle. Stand fast. Stand strong. Stand together. Hack it out. Shepard, the Sword fleets are ready to strike at the Reapers surrounding Earth. While they keep the enemy engaged, you and Hammer ground forces can take London.
London? Why aren't we hitting the Citadel directly?
Anderson can brief you on that. Admiral, how are you holding up?
We're ready to end this. But as you can see, the station's closed itself since it appeared over London.
Damn it. Gotta get the arms open to dock the Crucible.
Exactly.
But London is surrounded by Hades cannons. Hammer transports can't land while they're active. You lead a squadron of smaller shuttles. Infiltrate with a ground team to take out the cannons using heavy weapons. Hammer can land, and we'll set up a forward operations base.
I still don't see how we're getting to the Citadel from London.
The Reapers use this beam to transport humans, alive and dead, to the Citadel. From the FOB, Hammer will launch an all-out assault on the Citadel beam. Everyone who makes it that far will take the beam to the Citadel, then locate and activate the Citadel arm controls.
I like it.
Once we see those arms, Shield Fleet will escort the Crucible to us. But timing will be critical. We don't have enough firepower to keep the Crucible safe for long.
Well, that's what we trained for.
Nothing's ever easy. No reason it should start now.
It's desperate. I don't even want to guess at our odds. But
this is the only plan we have. If we wait, the Reapers bleed us slowly. Conventionally, we can't defeat the Reapers without the Crucible. Get the Citadel arms open. Commander, whatever the cost, we'll do the rest.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to all of us.
You know, just to put it out there, I had a much better speech than, Admiral. I always do. I'm Commander Shepard, but I decided to let him have it, first time on my ship since I've been commander. So, nice little warming gift. Is that the right word? Whatever. So this is the last strike, the last mission. So, I gotta have my girl Liara. She's my love interest. I guess a lot of people who are probably watching us on YouTube won't really know my choices through this game because I've been streaming this all on Twitch, and I was tempted to upload these on YouTube, but I'll probably upload this one though. Let's see, who else do I? It's tricky. I kind of want to have James. I mean, honestly, it makes sense to have James and Caden because they're the Earthlings, you know. But I gotta have Liara with me. She's my girl. You know what? It's tricky. Like, it's either gonna be Caden and Liara or James and Liara. I think I'm gonna do Caden. I'm gonna do Caden. I should have. I mean, I've had like Garrus with me plenty of times. I've always had my love interest by default and whatnot. But I think this time I wanted to keep it simple. And I'm trying to remember how these weapons were. Yes, I'm trying to play this a little bit different than what I usually do. But I know, of course, like having Garrus and Liara with you, it's like they're the top two, you know? But I'm going to play it a little different here. I know if I have James with me, it is very interesting. And, of course, you got to have him with you story-wise because of how much he wants to take back Earth, like we all do, pretty much. But I like the stakes he has on it. Man, I really don't know which one I want to take. Because I used this in the previous fight, and it was pretty awesome. But I just had one that was pretty good. This one's pretty good, honestly. I think I'll keep it like that. Yeah. Let's change this one out. Scorpion. Actually, the arc pistol isn't too bad, but we need some fire, power, and ammo. Seriously. For capacity. Yeah, let's do that. I don't really think they'll run out of ammo at all, to be honest. Oh, especially not Caden. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it that way. I'm maxed out. He can't get anything. Nice. Alright. Yeah, man, I feel a certain way, because this is most likely going to be the last stream. And even if it isn't, there's one more stream after that, and it's probably going to be short.
Relay, Commander. We're through the relay in 30 seconds.
Yeah, goosebumps every time. Imagine the type of calculations you have to go through here and not like run into any other ship. Can I say it?
Alliance
Avengers!
Turian fleet reporting.
Assemble.
Asari fleet's reporting.
Or I guess I should say Alliance. Assemble.
Quarian fleets accounted for and ready.
Geth fleet reporting.
We're running a little late. We forgot our charges at home.
All fleets reporting in, Commander. Ready to engage on your command.
Man, look at all those. Oof, look at all those infernos down there. Oh boy.
This is it, everyone. Be ready on my signal. Fire!
Woo! That barrage, son.
On my command, engage the Reaper forces.
Roger that. All fighters on me.
Now, if I remember correctly, they're not really able to take any of the Reapers down unless they fire directly into that beam that they fire out of. That's like one of their very few weak points. Unless you're a stinking Thresher Maul, then everything's their weak point. Oh yeah, those are those bots from ME2 that kept tunneling in our ship when we attacked the collector base. Yeah, those things were vicious. Sheesh. Oh, look at that. I did not remember that. They actually took out a Reaper ship. It got its last fire in though. That's pretty cool. Now, was that a Sovereign-like ship? It looked like it was, honestly.
Breaking off. Preparing for descent.
But to be fair, that time, it took like every ship at the Citadel at the time. This is like every ship in the galaxy ready. So this is a much different thing, obviously. And plus, there's way more Reapers here. So it's not quite the same, but I thought that was kind of interesting.
Shepard.
I'm coming with you. Could you imagine? That'd be crazy.
Good luck.
My man.
You too, Joker.
Oh, nah. Bring it in for a hug. Ah, come on, boy. Dude, you're like my brother at this point. Give me a hug. Ah, come on, man. There should have been a Paragon thing for a hug. And then a Renegade for a kiss. No, that actually.
Advanced teams are away. Hammer's in position and waiting for you guys to clear a path. Normandy's rejoining Sword.
Stay safe. I'll be back before you know it.
I'll hold you to that. Normandy out.
Depends on the ending I choose.
How's it look?
Like hell? Take a look for yourself.
Isn't that what downtown London always looks like? Oh, right. I'm on the wrong camera feed.
That can't be Earth.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. That was actually camera feeds from Detroit. Before the Reaper attack. My bad.
Damn it!
Status.
That was the squad responsible for taking out that defense turret.
Who's on it now?
Nobody in the vicinity. All either deployed or shot down.
Drop us off.
Sir?
We have to take that thing out before Hammer can land.
Understood.
Change of plans, people. We're gonna take out that Hades cannon.
Great. How? That downed shuttle would have been carrying heavy weapons.
Perfect. You heard the man. Once we're clear, make your way to the crashed shuttle. We'll search the wreckage for heavy weapons.
I'm right with you.
I can't lie. It is really weird not having Garrus with me because I always have like Garrus in my love interest.
Go! Go!
Or oh shoot, what's his name? Or even Javik, you know?
I can't stay here, sir.
Get clear. Come get us once we've taken that turret out.
Roger that. Cortez out.
All right, everyone. Let's move.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Isn't this where I was when we left? Maybe not. I don't know. It just looks... No. We weren't in London. Actually, were we? I really don't remember. I don't think we were in London. Oh, jeez. Crap. No. I jumped the gun a little bit there. Take that. And one of these. And one of those. Thank you. Sheesh, imagine having that as an alarm clock. Bro. That is crazy. You know what that kind of reminds me of? That massive cannon from, what was it? From Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. That was fired from space from, James Woods. Or whatever he was playing. Whoever he was playing.
We need those guns offline now.
Working on it.
Watch it, you got brutes.
Sheesh. Matter of fact, who was, I'm trying to think. There was, something here I missed. I know that if we had not Samara, if we had Morinth with us in this playthrough, she would end up becoming a Banshee here somewhere that we'd have to take out. That's pretty messed up. You know, if she stayed with us because, gee, I don't know, the whole Reaper, the whole Reaper invasion, she probably would have been fine. I kind of wonder if anyone else would have found out if she was, really Samara or not, though. Because, you know, if she went with us to the, if she went with us to that Asari facility, the Arek Yakshi place, oh yeah, her sisters would have definitely known. That would have been very interesting to see. Honestly, too, one thing I was thinking about back when I was on, the podcast with, Reignite, talking about, Morinth, we were actually thinking how there should have been an alternative scene where she's actually able to be redeemed. And she could actually even become a crewmate with us, you know? I thought that would have been really cool. Like, maybe she escapes her fight with, Morinth, and she, like, tries to join up with that. Like, imagine if, because she's sworn to us. So imagine she, like, critically wounds Morinth and thinks she's dead. But then...
Careful, Cortez.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Ooh.
You sure?
But I won't be picking you up. I gotta land this bird quick.
That's crazy.
Get safe.
You know, when the way he said Steve, it was pretty crazy. Toenails? Why does it gotta be toenails? That doesn't make sense. Oh god. Why you gotta say it like that? Yes, I do. Come on now. That's just nasty. I think I'd have some pretty bad issues if after 30 years I haven't washed my
There's the
butt.
shuttle. Keep an eye out for their heavy weapon supplies.
What the? What's his sister like? Actually, I don't even want to know. Never mind. Pump that. Nah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No.
It's basically you have multiple.
Oh, like a whatchamacallit? Like a mahogany. Not a mahogany, whatever it's called. No, it's not. Polygamy. There we go. I know mahogany is wood. I know mahogany is wood. I was trying to be funny, but it backfired. Not many people are gonna watch this. Oh yeah, I know. Gotcha. So fortunately, I remember the first time. I think the last time I played this game. I had James on my crew, and he was the one that was yelling more than I was. Because you like hearing the way Shepard yelled Steve.
Right down its throat.
Bro, that was intense. I love that. You can tell like how much Shepard cared for Steve right there. Yeah, buddy. Too bad we can't have more weapons like this for the Reapers. But then again, these Reapers are built different. Yeah, buddy. But yeah,
Anyway,
James,
come in. We need extraction.
of course, would be a lot more bent out of shape, and he'd be like, "Yeah, we're taking down these suckers."
Look out.
But of course, it'd be more explicit than that. It just says survive. All right, let's do this. I'm all for it.
This is
But yeah.
Commander Shepard. Any Alliance personnel in the vicinity?
It was pretty crazy. Like, for a while, I thought he just dies. But then I remembered, like, when I first played, I saved him because I was talking to him a lot and built up his morale, his will to actually live and survive this. So, instead of him saying I'm alright right afterwards, he would have just crashed and died. And, well, that would have sucked. They're in the room. I think they're on my nightstand. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad he survived. Because it's like between him and Javik that if you, in this game, if you don't talk to them enough, they'll pretty much just not want to live. Like Javik, he'll kill himself afterwards, like he says he's going to, but you don't see it. But of course, Cortez, he just dies like that. But I saved my boy. I saved him. I'm happy.
Get us out of here, Corporal. You okay?
I'm alive.
That you are, Commander.
My boy.
Anderson.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
It's good to see you.
And you're a sight for sore eyes.
How we looking?
Now that the heavy air defenses are dealt with, Hammer can land.
And not a moment too soon.
What's left of the Resistance is holding a forward operating base. But the Reapers are countering already. Once we regroup, it's gonna be up to Hammer to take up the fight.
It must have been brutal here. Cut off from the rest of the Alliance.
It's been touch and go from day one. But once we figured out the Reapers were focusing on the major centers, it became easier to avoid direct contact.
Until London.
Yeah. We held back as long as we could, sending in recon teams. Lost a lot of good men planning this attack. But with
No women?
soldiers like Major
Oh, that's good at least. Well, at least
knowing
wasn't a
you
complete
with us
loss.
help, we held on.
Rather lose one than both, you know. We lost just the men, but they're still... Oh, that was a horrible joke. I'm sorry.
Without you and your resistance, we'd be dead in the water.
Yeah, the Admiral's being modest.
Who are
He's
you?
the reason any of us are still alive.
Let's not start handing out medals just yet. This fight's just getting started. And Hammer better be ready for it.
I gotta admit, it is pretty funny that a part of the indoctrination theory is that Major Coates just doesn't exist. And it's a part of the indoctrination. I forget how they talk about it, but I don't believe everything in the indoctrination theory. I think that one was kind of grasping at straws, the way he was talking about it. But it was kind of a mixture of just some random things that dealt with just the game itself. Like he was doing some modding in the game to show like weird things Coates was doing. But I thought it was just down to just the game creators just making things happen, you know? Let's see.
They didn't start out together, but they're ready to stand side by side and win this war.
Good. That's what it's gonna take.
We'll get it done, Anderson.
I was born in London.
Really?
Is that some
The
foreshadowing?
entire galaxy united. Too bad it took the Reapers to bring us together.
Shepard's the one who united them.
Yeah, buddy.
That's exactly what I meant.
No, it
I know
wasn't.
you didn't like leaving Shepard. But nobody could have accomplished what you've done.
It's good to be back home.
There's the FOB.
That is
Looks
pretty
good.
crazy. Like,
Give Hammer the all clear.
as Shepard, we seriously united a galaxy worth of alien races that just did not like each other for one reason or the other. Century-long wars we just stopped in, what, a year? It's nuts. Does that kind of show how petty these alien races are, or just ignorant, or what? Probably just more ignorant than anything. Ooh. He should. Ooh. Maybe he should have been, you know, shooting instead of running at the enemy. That has to suck, you know, having all that armor and still being taken out in one hit. I always felt that same way whenever, just in anything, like with the clone troopers, the stormtroopers, and just, like, they all just get taken out so easily. But, I mean, granted, it is like, you know, plasma and whatever other types of firearms that are being shot out, and shoot, anything could be lethal if it's fast enough.
We've set up a command center in the building over there.
Looks like we've still got groups coming in.
But still.
Yes, sir, but not as many as we'd hoped.
Come see me when you're ready, Shepard.
Will do.
He's right. I thought there'd be more of Hammer here by now.
A lot of them won't be making it. You two go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Oh. I forgot there were sections of this.
Some of the worst on the planet. It looks bad, but there's still hope. And you're here. It'll do the troops good to see you. Bolster their resolve.
Yeah, I mean, I get why Coates is here. He's mainly just to show that there are more people, you know, that are around that actually exist outside of our crew, Anderson, and like the council and so forth.
I'm just a soldier like them.
You might see yourself like that, but they don't. Like it or not, Commander, you're a hero to these men and women. Don't discount the effect that can have on them. I better go meet up with my battalion. I'll see you at the command center.
Would you say it's a mass effect? I'll see myself out. All right. So I actually forgot that this part is in sections. So there is the final assault where I can choose like Garrison or Liara or whoever I want. So I think what I'll probably do is I might honestly keep Kaden with me, because as far as dialogue goes, it doesn't seem like it's going to be vastly different on this final assault. But I gotta admit, I do love the fact of having Garrus there with me, because I mean, he's the boy. You know, out of everyone on the crew, him and Tally have literally been there from day one, and just always came back. While everyone else was, well, almost everyone else was kind of just switched out. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So this is gonna be sad, because this is when we're just gonna start saying goodbye to everybody.
Hey, Commander.
What? No loco?
Yeah, sorry.
You okay?
I don't know what I thought I'd feel coming back to Earth. I was ready to fight. Ready to die if I had to. But seeing everything like this...
I know it's hard to see, but this is only temporary. But first we need to win this thing. Stay focused. Don't let them take your will to fight.
I know. You're right. So, I guess this is it, no? One more push. One last fight.
Not necessarily our last.
Depends on my
It's been an
ending.
honor serving with you, Shepard.
Heck yeah, man. Just doing my job. Jeez, come on, man.
You're a good man, and a terrific soldier.
Yes.
Thanks.
Whatever happens out there today, I know you'll make me proud.
That means a lot to me, sir. Hey, good luck out there, loco.
You know, it's one thing when you do that regular handshake, but when you bring it in for that, that extra oomph, that cherry on top, my boy, you went from being like a friend to a brother right there. Like that's how you know. That is how you know. Unless you just screwed up the handshake and had to make up for it somehow. But other than that, that's a bro handshake right there. But yeah, it just drives me up a wall when people say they don't like James. I can understand why they may not. I can understand why they think he doesn't compare as much to like Garrus or Liara or Tally, because his background isn't as rich. But he's still a great character. He's still very interesting and has his he just has his things that make him still a person. He still feels like a person, and I really like that. Okay, so I just came from this way. James is over there. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I think he might be the only person down here. Man, this is crazy. You know, shout out to... I forget what the name of the podcast was, but it was a Mass Effect podcast that showcased what some of the forces were dealing with fighting on Earth while Shepard was out doing his thing. All firehouses, people. We're using the trucks as decoys now. There's no way we can handle the damage being done, and since they're apparently trying to take us out, we might as well be of what use we can be. Volunteers only. Coordinates with evac services. God go with you. Central Dispatch. Man, that's scary. I kind of wish those had voice acting. Alright, so I think that progresses the story up there. So I want to go over here, because this is, I believe... Yeah, this is where we say goodbye to all the people who we're not going to run into here. Who are, like, fighting out, maybe in space still or on the conduit.
Yes, Commander. Is there someone you'd like to reach?
Actually, never mind. No, I'm joking. That'd be awful.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard, that you?
Jacob, holding up?
Kicking ass, more like.
And then he gets shot immediately.
We'll meet and compare notches when this is over.
You got it. There's this, great little bar in Rio we have to check out.
I'm holding you to that. Give him hell, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Shepard out.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Okay, so I know a lot of people are not really feeling the whole Shepard being in Mass Effect 4. Because for a lot of people, this was their end because of the ending they chose. Me, I chose Destroy, which means my Shepard's still alive in his normal state. Of course, he has some healing to do, rehabilitation. But all the things we're talking about with these characters right now, this is something I wanted to see at the end. I know this is kind of along the lines of the sunshine and rainbows type ending where everything's just perfect. But think about the rest of the game, how it was. Nothing but mainly death and destruction. And then to get closure like that at the end, that is what I feel would have been amazing. Like, even if it was just DLC just for, like, I would have loved to see if they made DLC that differed depending on your ending. Like, if you chose Destroy, for instance, you got to have moments with all these characters. Like we had, I mean, I know we got that with the Citadel DLC, the party, but I kind of wish we got to, I don't know, maybe if we had something where Shepard was just at the hospital and everyone got to see him there, perhaps. And maybe we had other closure things depending on which ending you chose. And we did sort of get that. Like, if you chose if you chose Control, for instance, you hear the Reaper talking as he would have if he was, I mean, you hear the Reaper talking as Shepard, even though it's not really Shepard. It's an AI that has the mind of Shepard, so to speak. So that was kind of closure for that Shepard. And then for Synthesis, we don't really get anything, which is understandable because we completely evaporated and became one with everything, basically. Every little thing on basically becomes a part of us because we merge with the conduit and become that force that turns everyone into those hybrids. So as awesome as it is when Shepard does that breath of life at the end, if we just had one more scene where we had him in the hospital bed or something, or her, And even if it was just like our love interest who comes in and does that, I think that would have been phenomenal. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like a Citadel DLC type thing, but or even if we had like a book, I think that would have been really cool. Hey, Soy Weekend and Dio, what's up? So I thought that would have been really cool, but I'll leave it at that.
Miranda Lawson. Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Hey, John, what it do?
Hope you don't mind me crashing this little party of yours.
Oh, thanks for the raid. I really appreciate that.
Much. Got a few sideways looks from Alliance Brass when I offered to help. They can't be choosy at this point.
I'm glad you made it.
Jess, what's up?
I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
If we both come back from this at all, everything will be different.
Miranda, I'm more of a hello
Everything
person.
will change, but on our terms. We've been running until now, Miranda. It has
How
to
y'all
stop.
doing? Good to see y'all.
This isn't goodbye. You have to believe we're not done yet.
Depends on the ending I choose.
I can believe it.
Good. And Miranda,
Yes,
be careful.
I promise. And you too, Shepard.
Aw, so sweet.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not bad, not bad. I'm a little sad because we're coming to the end of this game, and while that means I get to go to other games now to stream, it's sad because this is just such a such an important game to me, and I hate to see it end. Even though there's going to be a sequel in the future, but who knows how that's going to be as far as the story goes. So I'm in a lot of feels right now.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Oh yeah, Soy. Sorry I don't stream as often as I would like to, but I'm trying to fix that.
Win this thing all by myself.
Glad to see y'all here though.
Good to see you back in action, Brunt.
Wouldn't miss it.
Grunt, I can smell your breath from here. Don't get that close to me.
Thanks for getting me out of that tank.
Aww.
Sure, Brunt. It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay. Grunt out.
Oh, that was shorter than I thought it was gonna
Is
be.
there someone else I can connect you to?
Oh, Dio, snap. Good stuff. Congrats on turning 20. You got a PS5. Yo, good stuff, good stuff. How you liking it? I hear mixed things. Like, I know people like the PS5 for sure, but since there's not a lot of games out for it right now, people are kind of like, eh. But I know the tech behind it is pretty dope.
Zaid Masani.
Ooh,
Certainly.
I've never
I'll
seen
connect you
Zaid
now.
before on here, so this is gonna be cool.
Almost thought you weren't gonna make it, Shepard. Glad I was wrong.
You doing okay, Zaid?
Yeah. Hope you've got one hell of a speech to get everyone moving.
Well, Hackett
Looks like
took
when
my
we
spot.
need it. Never seen anything like this.
We don't stop it now, it gets worse.
No kidding. Just doesn't feel like a real ground war when your opponents are taller than goddamn skyscrapers. Still, no use talking about it. Ready to go when you are. Let's gut the bastards.
Dang, he even gonna say goodbye?
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean that is good that the PS5 basically is a replacement since it's backwards compatible. Oh man. Oh yeah, John, definitely the flock.
Steve Cortez.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Commander, you made it.
Glad I can say the same about you, Cortez. I've come too far to lose my pilot now.
I still got
I apologize for that.
Joker.
Things got
Excuse
too
me.
hot. Thought maybe I could do another run and head back around. Well, not one of my finer moments. If I'd been flying my old Trident, things might have been different.
What matters is we took out that AA gun.
Good thing it wasn't a AAA gun.
Next.
That was a horrible joke. I'm sorry.
That's the idea.
It'll happen. I'm just glad I could play a part. And Commander, thanks for making me believe again. If you hadn't, it helps to have reason to live again.
Stay sharp, Cortez.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
I really do love how this game implements how big an effect you have on people, because I can't stress this enough. I know I've said this before in the previous episodes and even earlier here, but it's so wild to think that if we didn't talk to Cortez enough, if we didn't really befriend him when he needed someone to be, we wouldn't be talking to him right now. And it's because he wouldn't have had a will to live after what all he went through. And us being there for him gave him that. It returned his heart to a brighter spot, a brighter place. And that's just monumental. Oh, hey, Jess, what's up? Oh, there's another Jess. I know there's two Jesses here still, but hey, Jess. Yeah, I usually stream at night mainly because of family. I want to stream in the morning, but it'd have to be early morning. A lot of what's it called? Complications.
Kasumi Goto. Certainly, I'll connect you.
Yeah, mainly because of the baby.
Hey, Chef. You ready down there?
Oh, there are two Jesses.
Oh, it's ready. No idea what it'll do exactly, but it's gonna be big.
Well, there's only one primary Jess, if that makes it better, you know?
If you live through it, drinks are on me.
Wait, you didn't say where. Ah, too late. She's gone.
I can connect you to?
This is dope. I think this is the first run where I haven't had anyone die. Oh, wait, except Thane. Oh, no, that's impossible to save. Never mind. Yeah.
Jack.
This is a good run.
Certainly.
And yes, Jess, this is the end of the game.
Shepard, is that you?
Jack, how are you guys?
Good so far. We're a ways south of your position. We saved some resistance fighters with barrier support. Bringing a bit more firepower your way.
I'll see you on the other side.
I won't let you down, Shepard. Go kick some ass.
You too.
Wait, Shepard, did you mean the other side of this battle, or do you mean like the afterlife, the other side? Because I don't know if Jack believes. Okay, I guess it's too late for that. Yeah, I gotta admit, I always got mad at whenever I see a lot of people on YouTube not finish their games. It's one of the most annoying things when they don't do that, especially when you know it's a fire game, you want to see them complete it, but they don't. Ugh. But I'm trying to get back into doing YouTube stuff. So, for instance, this video is going on YouTube, and I'm gonna try and start doing more things. But yeah.
Samara.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
I wondered if I'd see you again, Samara.
It's past time I joined your battle.
Where are you then?
You helped me a great deal in the monastery, Shepard.
Thank you for returning the favor.
Only your actions will be remembered. May you choose them well. Farewell.
So many good characters, man. I think that's it, actually. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dio, glad to hear about the book, man. Definitely keep that going. It's hard to write stories, trust me. But just commit, keep going. Take breaks when you need it. Sometimes you got to start other projects like I do. That helps keep the madness to a minimum. And you got it. You know, find your motivation, stick to it, and you'll get it. Yeah. I think it's due to schedules, and a lot of times if the videos don't get enough likes and views, they have to move on to something else because the algorithm for YouTube is kind of trash. I'll be honest, it's really trash. If you don't get enough likes or views, then you kind of lose your momentum to get more viewers, more people to your channel. So even the big YouTubers, they're kind of victims of that, where they have to do a lot of trendy stuff unless they get to a point where they can just do whatever they want. So
Primarch Victus, I didn't realize you were here.
I wanted to return the favor in person. Though I'm sorry to see your world looks as bad as ours.
Victus, technically your world looks as bad as ours because ours was the first hit. Get your facts right, boy. I don't know why I said that. I guess I'm kind of mad because my world is on fire. Sheesh. Oh, my boy. It's my boy over here.
That whole Shepard. So I guess this is
just like old times.
When did you get that armor, Garrus?
Huh. be the last chance we get to say that.
Nope.
Think we're gonna lose?
No, I think we're about to kick the Reapers back into whatever black hole they crawled out of. Then we're going to retire somewhere warm and tropical and live off the royalties from the vids.
Yes. We're going to be YouTubers. I love it. Oh, could you imagine if they were if they were literally documenting everything they were doing on like GoPros and uploaded it to YouTube, and that was how the story was told from that perspective? That'd be so weird.
I'll meet you there. I think my days of saving the galaxy are over when this is done.
Be sure to leave room for all the autographs.
Just need to beat the Reapers to get there.
I don't mind signing
James
body
told me
parts if
there's
it
an
comes
old
to it.
saying here on Earth. May you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. Not
Yo.
sure if Turian heaven is the same as yours, but if this thing goes sideways and we both end up there, meet me at the bar. I'm buying.
Yes. You know what's funny about that? I love that phrase, like, may you be in heaven half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. It's like, yo, how did you live your life if you have to worry about that? Regardless, that quote is pretty awesome.
We're a team, Garrus. There's no Shepard without Vicarion, so you better remember to duck.
Sorry, Turians don't know how, but I'll improvise. And Shepard, forgive the insubordination, but this old friend has an order for you.
Kiss me.
Go out there.
Oh, never mind.
Give them hell. You were born to do this.
Goodbye, Garrus. And if I'm up there in that bar and you're not, I'll be looking down. I'll always have your back.
Yes. My boy. This is why Garrus is my boy. The favorite male character in this series, hands down. Literally, there is no Shepard without Vicarion. Ah, too good. Oh crap, I think I missed somebody. Oh, I hope I didn't miss Javik. I think I did though. Oof. Yeah. So, Jess, I was supposed to... I guess I should clarify, because there's two. I guess for primary Jess, I'll just say primary Jess. And for, well, the other Jess, I'll just say Jess. So for that, originally on my YouTube channel, I'm thinking about just combining the two. Like, I have my gaming channel, Ready, Set, Win, and then I have my normal channel that has everything else. I'm thinking about just merging the two together, just so it's easy to upload and stuff. Because I'm not going to do a lot of gaming videos, but just occasional streams and stuff. So, yeah, I think that'd be a little easier. And just be more fun. That way it's just easy upload and just put it on there and be good with it. Oh, by the way, Dio, I'm digging that story. I remember we were talking about that before, and it's good to see how it's developing. Let me see here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna do stuff like that, because my main channel is mainly just gonna be like game stuff and art videos. Pretty much it. So yeah, because I mean, I have 2K followers on my YouTube, and it's like my biggest platform. So I might as well just keep it all on there and just let that grow. And eventually, if need be, spread out again. But I might as well just keep everything on one thing for now. There's no point of having everything separate, since I don't have a huge following, you know?
How are the casualties?
They haven't brought in many more wounded.
Yeah, it's just these two. Literally only 2 people have died this whole game.
How are you holding up, Liara?
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah. This is it.
I don't know what to say.
Then kiss me.
All those little blue children will be disappointed I didn't have a speech.
We'll make up a good story for them.
I do have one thing for you, Shepard. A gift. It'll only take a moment, if you want it.
What if I want it to be longer than a moment? I mean, actually, it depends on the gift. No, wait, I mean, yes, whatever the gift is. I'm sorry.
Of course I do.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, Liara is so great, but Tally's my favorite romance, honestly. But I started off with Liara this time, just because, I mean, dude, it's Liara. I got to. Yeah, but I'm gonna get some Alan Wake stuff on the channel too once I finish up this game and just do videos like that. Man, that's beautiful.
Thank you for everything. I love you. Now, let's do what needs to be done.
Do you mean do the fight, or do you mean what we did earlier on the ship in my cabin? Okay, maybe I think you meant the fight. I'll just go now. Sorry. It just gets so awkward around her. I love that scene. I know a lot of people think that regardless if you're romancing her or not, that scene is pretty much, it's exactly the same except for the kissing part at the end and the cuddling. So a lot of people think that she is impregnating herself with Shepard, kind of like doing the way Asari kind of do the what's it called, their mating. But I don't know. I mean, without his or her consent, especially if you're not romancing them, that's a little messed up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, imagine if you're romancing like Garrus or Tally and she's doing that. That's messed up. So I don't really think that's it. I think it's like a melding of the minds type deal, which is a beautiful thing for Asari, you know? So I think that's what she's finally doing there because of the relationship you have. So you kind of just merge your minds together and just experience the beauty of it. So that's my thought on it, at least.
Commander?
Was it this bad in your time?
Worse. I have been listening to the Krogan speak to his men. In our cycle, the races never came together. There was no rallying cry.
I thought you said you had everyone work together.
Really?
Because you imprisoned
There's
them.
not much left out there.
The future is still out there. It is something my people could never say. There will be a tomorrow.
Only if we win today.
No one else has ever made it this far.
That's not far enough. I'll do this one.
We haven't won until we've crossed the finish line.
In my cycle, we never even saw the finish line. But yours is out there. The end is in sight. You will become the avatar of this cycle, the exemplar of victory. Not just for humanity, or Turians, or Protheans, but for all life. Every soul that has ever existed is watching this moment.
Including 6 viewers. I love it.
Do not waver. Victory is never won without difficult choices.
I know. I've had to make a lot of those.
There may be more. But I know you will see this through for all of us, no matter the cost.
Yo! Let's go!
We actually pulled this off. What'll you do afterwards?
Since my birth, life's only pursuit has been war. I look forward to seeing what peace looks like.
It's a big galaxy.
Perhaps I will write a book with the Asar... with Dr. Tasuni. She suggests Journeys with the Prothean.
Maybe a musical or two. I always loved music.
There will be no Reapers left to kill. Thank you, Commander.
Whoa, what was that?
For letting the last voice of the Prothean speak. It has been a privilege.
Yes. All right, so that's good. I was worried about that because this is another alternate scene where if you don't, like Cortez, if you don't talk to Javik enough, if you talk to him here, instead of saying he's going to write a book with Liara, he says he's just gonna kill himself because after the Reapers are gone, he's like, what do I have left to live for? I filled out my purpose. But here, because of us, because of me and Liara, he finds a new purpose. I'm so glad of that because you never know. We might see these characters, him included, in the 4th game, depending on how far in the future Mass Effect 4 is. I mean, because even though Liara's there, she's literally just 100 years old, and they live for 1,000 years. So who knows how far in the future it could be.
Shepard, you did it. No matter what else happens today, you did what no one else could. You united a galaxy. That's a victory right there. And don't worry, I know why you're going to win. Because you brought the Krogan. Oh, and Bakara sends her regards. She's already pregnant. There are benefits to being a clan leader.
Oh,
but she keeps insisting
Rex, come on,
the
man.
first one, Morden. Anyway, let's get to it.
Come on, man.
Meant to tell you, Shepard. Earth reminds me of home. Guess you'll be needing a new planet, too. That's okay. Tuchanka's got room to spare. And a guard dog named Kalros.
That's one heck of a guard dog. I dig that. I wouldn't mind that. Wait, ooh, could you imagine? Could you imagine taking Kyrok for a walk? Sheesh.
Tell me to go see if the Quarians have anything to eat. All that Turian food gave me the runs.
Ugh, I don't need to know that, dude.
We're ready, Shepard. Say the word.
Okay. So I appreciate what they had Rex say. It's definitely nice. It's still weird that he just has an in-game dialogue scene, no cutscene like everyone else, no dialogue options. I thought that was really weird. But that's whatever. Alright, who else do we have? So there should be... Yeah, okay, there's Edie.
Name me one place
Anderson. Tally. I think that's it. I think that's all we have left to talk to. So let's talk to my favorite female character.
Almost time for the final push. Are you okay?
What push are we talking about? I mean, what?
Shepard, I backed you when I was just a kid on her pilgrimage. I backed you when the Normandy was a Cerberus ship. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't back you now? And you haven't answered my question. Are you okay?
I'm always okay when you're around, but honestly, Earth kind of looks like Detroit right now. I'm not liking that at all. Nowhere should look like Detroit.
You remember how you felt when you landed on Rannoch? Now imagine it's not a story passed down by your people. Imagine you were there just a few months ago.
And now you're seeing it like this.
Wait, we did all this in a few months? I thought it was like a year at least.
We will. Whatever happens, I'm proud to have served with you, Captain.
Yes. Oh, Dio. I like that idea, having the subtle callbacks. It definitely helps world building, and it's definitely something that the fans would be able to think fondly of. So, very good idea.
It's been an honor, Talizora Vas Normandy.
The Admirals once hung that ship name on me like a badge of shame. And then the Normandy helped us reclaim our homeworld.
Yeah.
It's time I returned the favor.
I dig it. Her outfit here is really sick. I like that. That's one of my favorite ones, actually. Alright, so I think Edie's it. And then we have just Anderson now.
Shepard, I have a question.
Is it a big or small one?
Well, what are we talking about?
Its relevance would be diminished at any other time.
Ask away.
In this battle, the Reapers have no reason not to use their full capabilities to destroy us. Their forces are in entrenched positions. They have superior firepower and outnumber our forces. My question is, what makes you think we can reach the conduit at all?
Well, Shepard, I'd hate to correct you, but technically we have failed twice. So I'm not gonna go there.
The Reapers have the Citadel. They think they've won, and that's the best time to hit them.
If they have spies or other intelligence, we could lose the element of surprise. In such a case, we will likely lose.
Well, with that attitude.
Our probability for success is greater than any other plan presented to date.
That's not what I asked. Are you afraid?
I do not understand the purpose of the question.
There's no room for doubt anymore, Edie. You understand what we have to do, or you don't.
I am clear on what we must accomplish, Shepard. The Reapers have destroyed thousands of civilizations. But they have never destroyed ours. Nor will they.
Yes. That's my girl. Dio, as far as Final Fantasy goes, the only ones I'm really fluent in is the Spirits Within. I know a little bit about 7 and 15, but I haven't beaten those games yet. I want to get more into that series. I'm just trying to make my way to it because I own both. I just haven't gotten around to beating them yet. So yeah, sorry, I'm not really too fluent on a lot of the lore.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
At least not yet.
Time to move out.
Shepard, there is something I want you to know.
How old do you kiss? Why do I keep making that
The
joke?
man ordered my creation years ago. Jeff was the one who allowed me to think for myself. But only now do I feel alive. That is your influence.
Thanks, Edie.
I love that. Oh man, I really hope, I really hope we can bring her back in Mass Effect 4. I have so many expectations, so many hopes. I guess I have so many hopes more so than expectations, but I know outside of Synthesis and Control, she survives in either of those, but Destroy is the only one where she doesn't. And it's clear that we most likely are going for the Destroy ending in 4, so I'm a little worried about certain characters. Of course, they might not even be addressed depending on how far we go, but it's whatever.
Commander?
Admiral?
We'll find out when we find
going
out.
over the sit rep.
How's it look?
Barely 50% of Hammer has reported in.
Can we count on more making it?
There's some stragglers still en route. But the bulk of Hammer that's still intact has arrived. We're as ready as we're likely to get.
I'm almost ready. What do you mean almost ready? Let's start this attack. Let's do this.
Minute wasted here, the Reapers gather strength.
Exactly, my
Yeah, I
thoughts.
talked to everybody, so we're
Battalion
good.
leaders, report to HQ. We fought hard to get here. But now the toughest part of our mission begins. We've got to drive right through the heart of Reaper-controlled territory, break past their defenses, and get to that beam.
What kind of defenses?
The entire area is crawling with Reaper forces. But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Can we bring in air support to deal with it?
Negative. Some kind of interference. We'll have to take it out from the ground. Now they've cut a swath of no man's land through the city. We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter on the other side, but expect heavy ground resistance. We need to
Sheesh.
get our tanks to here, if we get close enough. We've got a shot at taking that thing out.
How much of a shot?
They know we're coming. This will be a one-way trip for many of us. But there can be no retreat. No stepping back. We move forward at all costs, understood?
Who yeah? Yes, sir.
Let's
Johnson,
go.
Coates, you two will coordinate the artillery units. Shepard, I'm sending you right up the gut where the resistance is heaviest.
Right up the what?
Support the tanks the best you can.
Oh, he said
but
gut.
stay alive.
Okay. I was about to say.
I need you for the final push to the beam. I'll give you a minute with your squad. Pick your team well.
So this was one thing that was kind of annoying to me. And I know, if I remember correctly, Admiral Hackett outranks Anderson. But with Anderson, he says, okay, this is the final attack. We cannot retreat. It all ends here. But at one point, we have Hackett who's like, okay, I guess we got to retreat now. Like, what? Dude, I don't know. Dio, tell me about the characters on Discord. I'd appreciate that. That way I can read it actually properly. Because over time, the chat will disappear because I'm reading it on the screen. and I can't really scroll it at all, so I'd appreciate it. It'd be a little simpler that way. And plus, some of the chat, if it's long enough, it gets cut off. So there's that too. Let's see. So comrades, let's do that.
This war has brought us pain and suffering and loss. But it's also brought us together. As soldiers, allies, friends. This bond that ties us together is something the Reapers will never understand. It's more powerful than any weapon. Stronger than any ship. It can't be taken or destroyed.
Remember what you fight for, victory or death. Nah, remember what you fight for.
The next few hours will decide the fate of everyone in the galaxy. Every mother, every son, every unborn child.
What about the fathers and daughters, sir? What about them?
Trusting you. Depending on you to win them their future. A future free from the threat of the Reapers.
Be fearless. You know what? Be ruthless. They don't deserve nothing else. Nothing short than that.
Expect no mercy. Show no mercy.
Yeah.
You fight or you die.
Ew. I mean, okay, that was... I forgot that was more Renegade, and I mean, that still fits, but... I don't know. I felt like I probably should have said the first one. But it's all good. It still fit. Oh, Dio, definitely get Mass Effect. It's worth it. Perfect time to get it. The remaster is perfection. There's some glitches here and there, but they're not as bad as the original remaster. And I'm sure it's cheaper now because, I mean, Black Friday, so it's probably... I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't half price. And Rogue, what up? And actually, Rogue, fathers do exist, and daughters, because Miranda's a daughter, and she had a father that we killed. Actually, no, technically Miranda killed her father. And then, who else? I think that was it, though. So there's not many fathers and daughters, but there are out there that is not as... They're sprinkled in the Mass Effect universe. All right, so... I kind of want to bring... This is tough, man. Because I want to bring Garrus. I really do. I feel like I should bring James, though. Because I've had Garrus so many times with me because, dude, it's Garrus. I know I definitely got to bring Liara with me. I'm going to bring James. I don't think I've ever brought James with me before. Yeah, the Synergize works, honestly, but for the difficulty I'm on, it doesn't really matter. I kind of just bring whoever I just want to hear new dialogue with. That's the purpose of why I'm playing on this difficulty, so I can play around with different people just to see how they interact, because I've been finding a lot of more fun interactions that I haven't experienced before. So, and oh, definitely. Thanks for coming on, Dio. And to answer your question, it's on pretty much all the current consoles except the Switch. It's on PC, PS4, Xbox, whatever current Xbox is out. And since most of those consoles are backwards compatible, you can get them on the new stuff, or the older ones too. So you're good. Like PS5, PS4, Xbox X, Xbox One, I think. I have no idea what. Like I said, but yeah, PC is PC. So yeah, whatever works. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah, that one. Series X and 1. The naming conventions of the Xbox and Nintendo are weird. I can't lie. At least PlayStation keeps it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there was the PSP, but you know, I miss the PSP. I can't lie. That was fun. So we're moving through this pretty decently. We can probably finish this up in probably in an hour and a half, maybe. Yeah, the Switch was a good name. The GameCube made sense. I appreciated the GameCube. The Wii was weird. It was a weird name, and the Wii U was even weirder. But I feel like the Switch and the GameCube were good names. The Nintendo, the NES, that made sense. Nintendo Entertainment Center, the Super Nintendo Entertainment Center. Those made sense, So Nintendo has had a pretty good run, honestly, with their names. The Nintendo DS, dual screens, so not too bad, honestly. But even with the Xbox, like the Xbox 360 was, I mean, it just sounded cool. I'll give them that. Well, so it was the Xbox, right? It was the Xbox first, then the 360 came out. Let's see. So we had the 3DS, and then we had the 2DS, and then I think we had like an XL version. I don't know what else, but yeah. Whoa. I'll tell you what, though. As much as I love the Switch, I can't lie, I love the Switch. It's my favorite console right now. I'm so mad that there are some games I can't play on because of the cartridge limitations. I'm like, man, y'all couldn't have gone for like a slightly stronger console? But then again, I mean, that's probably why the what was it, the Wii U? Like, the Wii U was probably that big because that was probably the smallest it can go to handle discs like that, But I don't know, I could be wrong, because I mean, with the PSP they had those mini discs, but I don't know. The cartridge was probably the best way to go. But I feel like, as far as digital games go, they should still be able to handle, like, this game on the Switch, if it was digital. Because I know some games, like Control, are on the Switch. Jurassic World Evolution is on the Switch, and I own them both. No. I own Jurassic World Evolution. That game is fun on the Switch. There's some noticeable differences for sure. It's not as crisp, but it still plays decently. And I feel like this game could work on the Switch. It obviously wouldn't be the superior version, but I would love to have this mobile. Yeah, I mean, with the Switch, they did have the OLED version, but
We'll try to clear the building.
With the OLED version, it's pretty much just the Switch with a fresher coat of paint. I mean, it does have better resolution, a better, like, what's it called? It has better controllers, and the stand is bigger, so it is nicer, but basically a fresher coat of paint. Is it worth that they did it? I think so, for sure, but I would have preferred a DS that could, play games like this. I said DS. But like I said, too, I feel like if they probably did make a Switch that could play games like this, it probably would have been the size of, like, the Wii U. And that wouldn't have been as cool, because that would have sacrificed mobility, Yeah, I mean, the Stream Deck looks really cool. I can't lie. I love the idea of the Stream Deck because, literally, you get to play everything on stream on it. So, I'm tempted, but I want the PS5 more. I definitely want the PS5 more, so I'm kind of saving up for that more. But it's tricky. It's definitely really tricky because the Stream Deck, the library, Stream's library is insane, But in my position as a father, I gotta be a little bit more responsible with my gaming habits. So it's like I gotta get either one or the other. I can't get both. If I didn't have the Switch, I would probably get both the deck and the 5. But since I have the Switch, it's like, nah, it's fine. I have one mobile console. I'm good. Returnal's pretty cool. I like the I like the sci-fi aesthetic, and the story's pretty decent. Man, the Arachnite creeped me out. One thing I gotta say about this final fight, I really wish we could have seen more of the fighters. Like, it's so weird that we mainly just see the humans. I mean, we occasionally do see the other races fighting, but I'm kind of bummed we don't see like any of the Arachnite here fighting with us or anything like that. Let's see, I can't teach you. Oh no, I can't reach you guys. I tried the office and your personal comms. No one's answering, and the news was saying that the bombings are getting worse, and then the power went off. Look, I know I'm supposed to stay put, but I can't reach anyone, and I'm getting really worried about the twins. I'm going to head off to the school to pick them up, okay? I'll bring any other of the kids I find too. You can yell at me when we meet up at the emergency shelters. Love, Kay. That's scary. That is scary. Like, being a father now, that is one of the things I worry about the most. Not having your kid with you when something crazy goes down and you just think the worst. You can't help but to think the worst. Oh, so many of these stories hit me in the gut now more because of that stuff, man. I think if I remember correctly, around this time, a lot more games had those pads that you can read that explored more of the story, of the lore and stuff. Oh, you sucker. Trying to jump scare me.
Alright people, eyes peeled. The buildings will give us some cover, but it gives them a place to hide. Roger that.
Yeah, Returnal does look really fun. I'm not a huge fan of backtracking games. As I've gotten older, I have appreciated them more. But I don't know. It's not really a huge deal for me anymore. It's kind of just... It's kind of like the principle. Like, I did everything I could to get past this part, and you want me to go back? It's like how Ian Malcolm felt in The Lost World. He's like, okay, I survived being on a dinosaur island once, and you want me to go back? Really? Or even... Heck, even Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park 3. Like, no, I'm not going back. But, you know, they end up going back. That's how I feel with backtracking. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, too, that it's, things change whenever you go back and you get new abilities and stuff like that. It's... I've seen a lot of the game, and I actually probably would buy it. Because of the story, I'm not sure if I would have been happy with it if I bought it launch day. Everything leading up to it, I won't spoil it, but I don't know, because of the way the story was, it's very cool. It definitely is very cool. But I don't know how I feel about how it ends. I think that kind of kills it for me. Not a lot, but I don't know. Dude, I don't know why. When I looked at this, I was like, whoa, Doctor Who reference, and I realized, no, it's blue. It's supposed to be blue, and it's a police box, not a telephone box. But that'd be a really weird reference to have. You know, if we had Doctor Who with us in this game, we probably wouldn't have gone through as much crap as we have. The council would listen to Doctor Who. They wouldn't listen to me. Nah, they wouldn't listen to him. They wouldn't listen to Doctor Who. He looks too much like a human, even though he's an alien. They wouldn't care. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Like, I've been itching to go back and play Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain. But, you know, I got a backlog I gotta get to. I gotta finish this game. I gotta finish Alan Wake, since it's, you know, the remaster. So, of course, I gotta go back and play that game proper. I got some Switch games I gotta finish. Like Lego Incredibles, which is really fun. I really like Lego Incredibles. The Crash Bandicoot game, the fourth one, I haven't played yet. But I got that game when I returned that Nickelodeon game because I should not have bought that game. But I did, and I returned it and got Crash instead, so. Oh, Doom. Doom Eternal looked interesting. The lore seems very interesting too. I haven't really gotten into it.
The destroyers spotted us. We're prepping Phalanx missiles. Hold your fire. You won't do anything but piss it off. Roger that.
It's one of those games that I wouldn't really play, but I would like watch one of those stuff you didn't know about this game or the story so far type deal. I'd watch that, or maybe someone else playing the game, but it's one of those games I just wouldn't really play myself. Holy crap, 600 hours? Dude, there's that much to do in the game? Sheesh. I don't think I have a single, like, save file that's gone that far. I know with Pokemon Shield, I have, like, what is it, 300 hours? I think I have 300 hours or so in Pokemon Shield, because I've been just doing a bunch of random stuff, like trying to complete the decks and stuff, but doing it at my own pace. But since Shining Pearl has come out, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not going back to Shield for a while. Oh, you trying to hide from me? Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, Shining Pearl was awesome. I think that's like the best Pokemon game on the Switch right now. So, has anyone heard about that Mass Effect TV show that Amazon's trying to get a deal to produce? One of the writers of Mass Effect is actually, he said the idea of someone making a TV show is cringe to him, which is understandable because of the choose your own adventure style that Mass Effect has, from the character customization and all the different romances and all that stuff. So I can get that, because no matter how you play, no matter how you write the story, it's gonna turn off some fans because it's not their Shepard. But people got to realize, your Shepard is one of thousands, you know, hundreds of thousands of different Shepards. And while there are limitations to the story, there are still a vast amount of Shepards out there. So people need to just suck it up and deal. Seriously. That's my thought about it. When people are mad about, oh, it's not my Shepard, oh, Shepard shouldn't be in Mass Effect 4. Like, dude, just because your Shepard's dead doesn't mean we can't continue the story. Because my Shepard isn't dead, so there we go. And it's not because I'm biased, it's mainly just because I accept the fact that there are a multiverse of Shepards out there, you know? Ultra Nightmare, that just makes the idea of playing a game at a difficulty that sounds like that just makes my butt itch, because I just feel like I would get an aneurysm playing a game that sounds that difficult. Give me liberty or give me pizza pie. I love it. They're targeting shelters, evacuation shuttles, emergency services, power centers, people. It's not about destroying property as much as it's about destroying the population. We've got to modify standard evac plans. We can't rely on conventional procedures. We'll just get more people killed. Stay in small groups. Get survivors out of the city. Spread people out as much as possible. Pass the word, people. Pass the word, people. There we go. I said it wrong. Yeah, I mean, like how the DLC was, we should have had everybody here with us. Like the Citadel DLC, where like every squad mate was with us, even if they're like in sight but elsewhere, like down the alley or something. That's how this final mission should have been. That would have made the most sense. But it's all good. Yeah, I mean, Rogue, I can't knock you for that. That's what I do with every Kingdom Hearts game. It's customary for me that with each Kingdom Hearts game, I play it on the hardest difficulty when it comes out. By default. It's the only game I do that for. Every other game I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm doing it on normal. Eventually, I'll try this game on Insanity. Oh, you know what? I actually have already done that. Ooh. That's a scary sight. I'm surprised she didn't put up any, like, biotic barrier. Like, I know it's probably not going to do much at all. Ooh. Ooh, they were more than toasty there. A little bit more. Oh, that was a good jump, my dude. You got good airtime. You okay, though? Oh, did you hit your head on the way? Wait, is that a Batarian? No, that's a human. Okay. That was a good jump, but he kind of went a little too hard with it. He'd be a good stunt double. You have a card, a business card? I'd like to get your information. Wow, he's really committed. Okay, we'll talk later. Yeah, I mean, I can't lie though. With Kingdom Hearts 3, when I did the Remind DLC, that broke me. That broke me.
Major, what's the situation?
I could not do that completely.
Damn it. Edie, can you read me?
Yes, Commander.
Any suggestions?
I may be able to use the Normandy systems to enhance the missile's targeting capabilities.
Excellent.
I'll need you to open a link to the Normandy from the missile systems.
On it.
There we go. So for the Remind, I did everything in the story, but then when it came to fighting the organization members, I beat one of them, and then I got to Syax, and Syax broke me, and I had to restart. I had to restart from the very beginning of the game on a lower difficulty.
We'll see.
I'm never doing that again.
You heard it, people. Get ready.
I cannot tell you how many times I fought Syax. I was so furious at how many times he was owning me. You know, and I was maxed out. I was level 100. I was doing every strategy I could think of. I almost had him plenty of times. You know, I had him down to the last bar. There were literally a few times where I had like maybe 1 or 2 hits left and he always got me. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. This game should not... I can't... Like, at the age I am now, I'm just like... Listen to me sounding like I'm an old man. At the age I'm at now, I'm at the point where I'm like, I shouldn't have these games frustrate me, because what's the point of playing the game if it's frustrating me? If it's frustrating, there's a difficulty for a reason, you know? Unless you're Jurassic World Evolution that does not believe in freaking, doesn't believe in difficulties. That's why I haven't beaten that game yet, because the difficulty spike is very, very, very annoying. I have all the islands unlocked.
But they destroyed our trucks, overwhelmed our position. Your left flank is gone. They're headed your way. Sorry, sir.
Hang in there, soldier. Heads up. We've got more incoming.
Shit! We better cover our left flank.
Oh yeah, Syax definitely hits different. He's a whole different type of dude. Well, I can't lie. Epic Mickey back in the day, that game had some crazy difficulty spikes. Shoot, even like each game has had its difficult moments, but I think the hardest games for me personally was Recoded and the org members of 2 and 3. When you fight them, like the post game version of them, that's just on a whole nother level. I'm glad to say I've beaten them all except for Recoded. Recoded and Chain of Memories I have not beaten yet because I've rage quitted them both. Yeah, I mean, most of the time when I fail at games, it is definitely my fault, and part of me is like, yeah, I mean, do I really want to take time to learn the game that much to do this? And most of the time I try, but I give myself a time frame, and if I'm like, if I can't beat it this time, I'm just going to try something different, lower the difficulty, move on, you know? Oh, heck yeah. The Banshees are insane. insane on insanity mode. I actually started another run with my female, and she's on the insanity difficulty.
Missiles are ready for launch. Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
I am very nervous to get to Mass Effect 2 and 3 on insanity mode. With 1, where I'm at with her, where I'm with her right now, it's not too bad so far. I've died a few times, but not a lot. But I know when I get to 2 and 3, it's going to get ridiculous.
Countering interference.
Did it hit?
Oh yeah, Sephiroth in 2 was insane.
What happened? The Reaper is still too close to the beam. We're down to 2 missiles.
And we haven't even made a dent.
You will need to allow the Reaper to move out of the beam's influence.
And closer to us.
Commander, Hammer's being overrun at every turn. Reaper ground forces are converging on your location. We're fighting our way to you. Hold on, Commander. Hold on.
Goddess, more are coming?
Hold on, everyone. We can do this.
Liara, don't put that gun on me.
Here they come.
Okay, don't pull that gun on me. Thank you. I could have sworn these guys like said more things, like more relevant things during this fight, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, you know, they say a couple things here and there, but nothing like worth deciding who to bring. Whoa, there are a lot of banshees. Oh man, there are a lot of banshees. Take this, take this, take this. You want some? You want some? Have a piece, have a piece, have a piece. I got plenty. I got a whole platter of fists with your name on it. You could not do this in insanity. One hit and you're probably done in insanity. It's so fun though. Whoa. Not today, bunny. I said bunny. I meant to say buddy. What the heck? A bunny reaper. That just sounds crazy. Whoa. Okay, not that I was looking, but did you see the butt on this brute here? This dude gets his leg workouts in. Like, look at this. Look at this. This dude does not skip out on the squats. I'm just saying, he's caked up. Whoa, what is that thing? Oh! Oh, I did not see you there. I did not see you there. Whoa. It's like that meme. Dang, boy. Dang, boy, he thick. That's a thick old boy. Oh, man. You know, I actually forgot that the Banshees are actually Ardak Yakshi. Sorry. They're not just normal, sorry. I thought that was kind of interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. He hit me. Well, let me just say the Banshees got more cake than the Brutes. Because they are sorry after all. Let's just say they got a lot of mass, but the M is silent. Just look at that. Look at that, man. That's insane. Imagine you woke up one day and you see this outside your window. Sheesh. Like, a lot of people woke up and just saw this happening. That's crazy. Well, bang, okay. YouTube poop. That whole series was crazy. I watch it from time to time, just still laughing to this day.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Roger.
All right, let me. How did I miss that? All right, there we go.
Targeting is online. Reaper is within range.
They should have had like a toy version of Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 3. I meant to say that earlier, like in Toy Box, but because they had a whole Final Fantasy section. It would have been so cool if he just burst out of a box and was like, "You."
Firing.
Boom, baby. Let's go.
It's going down. Hit him with everything you've got.
So we're able to crush all these land reapers. Well, when it comes to the ones in space, I mean, of course they're bigger and stronger, but man.
Nice work, Edie.
It seems like lightweight,
Roger,
baby, when it comes to beating these reapers, but not the ones in the sky.
Thank God you made it.
It didn't look good.
But you sure do. I mean, what?
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
Hackett just reported in. Several Sovereign-class Reapers, including Harbinger, have broken off from the battle with Sword.
Ooh.
They're headed here.
That's scary.
Harbinger.
It's an opportunity for Hackett to get the Crucible in place. But we have to get a team on board the Citadel to open those arms now.
We still don't even know what we'll find when we get to the Citadel.
Then that's our job. Find out what we're up against.
All right. Saddle up, everybody.
Yeah, Keith David.
Admiral Hackett.
I'm always happy when Keith David's on here. Aw, Rogue, come on, man. You can't mock the cut. It's fresh. It is fresh, man. Who else do you know can keep a fresh cut like this in the apocalypse? Answer me that. That's all I gotta say. I got the braids. And I got the fresh fade. In the dopest line. Come on, bro. And it hasn't faded all. Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up, man.
I'll send the word. All ships, this is Admiral Hackett. The Crucible is on the move. I repeat, the Crucible is on the move.
Yeah, Keith David, he's good. He's really good.
This is it.
He clearly has a good sense of humor too. I loved him playing in Final Space. I loved the character he played. Oh, what is his name? I'm mad I forgot his name. I just watched that show a little bit ago. Pongo? It's not that. Ah, well.
We've got to give Hammer more time.
From here on in, it's a straight shot to the beam.
A straight shot with Reapers trying to crush us along the way.
Coach, don't look at my woman like that.
We'll be lucky to get a handful.
Pogo. Wait, was it Pogo? No, it wasn't Pogo. I really wish I could remember his name right now.
Can't think of anyone else I'd rather do this with.
I'm honored to be part of your team.
We're in sight of the target.
All right, everyone. This is it.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, MK11 had a pretty good DLC cast of characters. The story was hype too. Really hype. Haven't played it, but the story just... Oh, man. I loved the direction they took it. This bozo. Harbinger.
We gotta move! Come on!
Sheesh. You know what's so weird? Harbinger talked so much crap in Mass Effect 2. And I don't remember him saying anything in this game. It's so weird. Like, he literally comes in for this part, and then he just dips. Like, really? You know what? You know what? Forget this! Forget this! I'm out! I'm out! Game over! Nah, I'm joking. Let's go back. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. Ooh, that dude got toasted. Wait, where's my crew at? Hold up. Where's my crew? Oh, there they are. Where's Anderson though? I don't see Anderson. Ah, whatever. Ooh, if he timed that wrong, that would have been disastrous. See, they didn't go to the school, the Prometheus school, from running away from things. I can't believe this scene.
I need an evac right now.
I cannot believe this is a DLC scene right here. It's so crazy. It just doesn't make sense that this wasn't in the vanilla version.
Come on.
Like, our characters just vanish, and then they'd reappear on the ship magically at the end. Like, what? You could tell they were rushed writing this story at the end.
Shepard!
You gotta get out of here.
I'm all right, Shepard.
Don't argue with me, Liara.
You're not leaving me behind.
No matter what happens, you mean everything to me, Liara. You always will.
Shepard, I am yours.
Aww. Dude, I got goosebumps from that.
Go!
So good. They gave all the characters such good lines. Although if you don't romance anyone, and you have Javik on your team, it's so weird. The dialogue is so weird. Oh yeah, I love Tally's dialogue for this scene. Yeah, I gotta say that was definitely an EA decision to make Javik Day 1 DLC. I can't tell you how pissed I was when I first played Mass Effect 3. I didn't know Javik was a thing in my first run of Mass Effect. This makes no sense. What do you mean regroup? Push. The Harbinger literally just dipped. Push right now. What do you mean retreat, dude? This makes no sense. Wait, who's that? Oh, buddy, come here. Come here. Uh-oh, he's dead. He pulled a Gohan. He passed out in the water. So you know he's dead, or is soon to be dead. Sheesh. Yeah, I can't lie. To this day, like 10 years later, this part of the game annoys the crap out of me because you guys are literally, it's now or never, and y'all retreat? Come on, man. Oh, shoot. Okay, so short story while I progress here. Back in the day, I had a really crappy GameStop. What was that? Did he just fly up? Okay, that was funny. I had a old school wireless GameStop controller, and it wasn't really the best. It had delay when you played fighting games and had to do really fast inputs. So I could not get past this scene. That Marauder kept killing me every time because I wasn't able to move fast enough, and I was wondering, okay, is this game bugged or what? I switched controllers and went through it easily. I just got the Patriot trophy, by the way. Really happy about that. Well, honestly, it doesn't make sense to regroup at this point because, like, look at this. We're losing ships, countless ships by the second. If I feel like we don't really have the means to regroup because we can't really pull back from this because we're all right here, and if we try to retreat, the Reapers are just going to follow us or maybe they won't, but we won't really have much time to do much else. Watch your mouth, Hackett.
That someone made it to the Citadel. We need to give them time to get those arms open. All fleets converge on the Crucible.
I don't know. I just feel like if they can make the order to regroup, then they have the means to, not do that. Because would the enemy forces expect that instead of regrouping, if you were to push instead?
Anderson.
Because literally Harbinger took off. So if we were to keep going, he wouldn't be there, or at least he would be behind for someone to make it through. Even if they weren't around here.
At least I don't think we did. What's your surrounding look like? You okay?
I feel like death. But I'm moving.
Fair enough.
There's human remains scattered.
Sounds familiar. I'm in a dark hallway. Reminds me of your description of the collector base.
Makes sense.
You think they're making a Reaper in here?
Well, they tried that once.
Sure. They round them up on Earth, then send the people up here to be processed.
Damn abomination. I'm gonna keep moving. The sooner we blow these bastards back to hell, the better. The troops don't go on forever. But where the hell are we?
Yeah. Doesn't look like any part of the Citadel I've been to.
Anderson, where were even you when we were making this jump? Because you said you followed me up here, right? Where were you? I didn't see you anywhere.
The place is shifting, changing. There's a chasm here, and more hallways like the one I was in.
Sheesh, all these
I'm
bodies.
near an exit.
I wonder if there's an indoctrination theory mod out there for this game. I should look into that. I mean, now that this is... I mean, the game has been on PC for a while, the original. So I'm sure there's been one in the making for a long time.
Might be a way to cross over.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
Oh yeah, Hackett was definitely on the money.
Just found that chasm you were talking about.
Hold on. I see something. A control panel, maybe. I'm just gonna go on.
Anderson, come on, dude.
Anderson. Damn it.
You know how I've been able to survive all this time, Anderson? Not doing crap like that. I mean, granted, I died in the second game, but that wasn't my fault. That was Joker's fault. So that doesn't count. Alright, now, I already know the ending of the game is going to be how I want it. This is going to be the defining factor whether or not I'm going to get everything correct this run. Which, if so, I'm going to be a very happy camper. If not, it's semi-perfect.
Anderson.
Oh, that's not looking good.
Shepard. I can't.
I underestimated you, Shepard.
What a...
The inky shadows like we've seen in our dreams.
I warned you. Control is the means to survival.
Oof.
Control of the Reapers, and of you, if necessary.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Now, if I can get all the blue here, I think we're going to be good.
Controlling me is a lot different than controlling a Reaper.
Have a little faith.
Oof.
When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find. terrified of what we might let in.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
But
sense.
look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But
You got a little something on your face, by the way, Mr. Elusive. Can I call you that? Or just man?
if we can harness their ability.
Yeah, see, you got a little something.
Bullshit. We destroy them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
By the way, this is something I never realized. The Elusive Man has been indoctrinated this whole time. Like, since we met him, he was technically indoctrinated. The giveaway were the eyes. I read a lot of the comics when they re-released them as a bundle back, like a year ago, and that's how I found out. Like, he ran into a similar artifact like we did, and that's what caused his eyes to go like that.
You're playing with things you
I never
don't
realized that
understand.
until recently.
With power you shouldn't be able to use.
I don't believe that. If we can control it, why shouldn't it be ours?
Because we're not ready.
Clearly.
No.
We're fighting each other.
This is the way humanity must evolve.
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
Man.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
Oh. Anderson, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong button. Nah, I'm joking. I couldn't fix that. I'm sorry.
See what they did to you.
I wish I could have.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong. Don't listen to him.
And who will you listen to, Shepard? An old soldier stuck in his ways, only able to see the world down the barrel of a gun? And what if he's wrong? What if controlling the Reapers is the answer?
I got one question for you, Elusive Man. Besides this, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is your face hurt right now? That you cannot tell me you're not in pain right now with the way your face is looking. Like, dude, half your skin is gone.
If we destroy the Reapers, this ends today. But if you can't control them...
But I can!
You're one man,
willing
dude.
to bet humanity's existence on it?
I know it will work.
You can't, can you? They won't let you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Listen to yourself. You're indoctrinated.
No! No! The two of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You've sacrificed too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
Yeah, I do pity the Elusive Man, honestly.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished.
I really do pity him.
I won't let that happen.
Are you serious? What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay. So either I missed a dialogue tree earlier in the game that prevents me from doing this option because I maxed out everything, or it's a new game plus type deal where I have to play. I don't know. That sounds rather stupid. I must have missed a dialogue tree or something. Dang it! That really pisses me off. I can't do that. Rogue, if it was that simple, I would be even more pissed. I would turn off the game right now.
You're not yourself anymore.
Darn it.
They've taken you.
No! You're the one who failed.
I did not want to see what would happen if I didn't shoot him. Sheesh. So the ending I was trying to get was where he offs himself like Saren did, and then he looks at Earth saying, "I wish you could see it the way I see it. It's so beautiful," and he dies. You know, he dies like Saren did. Not really redeeming himself, but at least stopping himself before he made things worse.
There.
Oh, wait a minute.
I wish you could see it like I do, Shepard. It's perfect.
Oh, okay. So he says that line regardless then. Man. It really does suck. Like with the Elusive Man, he pretty much was just another version of Saren. They both meant well, but just didn't do well a lot of times. I mean, they still weren't really good people, even though they had good intentions, but they still had a lot of bad things about them. So they weren't necessarily like they were never really heroic, but you could see how
10 seconds to contact.
How they could have been heroes if they maybe in a different life, you know.
That's it.
Boop.
The crucible is docked.
If they had to kill one black person in this game, why couldn't it have been Jacob? I know there's always a quota in these stories where they have to kill at least one black guy, but why'd it have to be Anderson?
We did it.
Yes, we did.
Don't get me wrong, I like Jacob, but
Quite a view.
I'd rather have Anderson.
Best seats in the house.
God. Feels like years since I just sat down.
I think you earned a rest. Anderson? Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, son. You did good. I'm proud of you.
I'm glad my camera's not on.
Anderson?
Y'all would see me crying right now. Oh my gosh. This scene always gets me.
Shepard? Commander.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah, seriously. How much can we make the player cry?
The crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end.
If we had Metajo, we probably could have saved him too. That's the crazy thing about it. But if everything on us didn't get fried. Oh, Hackett, shut up, man. I'm getting there.
I'm not sure how to...
So, one thing that was kind of interesting about the indoctrination theory is how he holds him. Wait, did you see that? The Elusive Man flipped his body. How did he do that? Whatever. I'm not going to comment on that. Either he's faking his death and moved, like he fell on his car keys, so he had to flip over because it's uncomfortable. Anyway, one theory was that how he like showed blood on his body like that, kind of like where he shot Anderson. That was another theory, that it was like all in his head, that, like this is all in his head right now. But I never really believed that part. This part I was more in line with that that depending on your choice here is what choice you make as far as whether you conquer the indoctrination or it conquers you. I'm okay with Jacob. I think he's not the coolest character, but I like him. I don't dislike any of the crewmates, honestly.
What? Where am I?
The Citadel. It's my home.
Where are your parents at? Yeah, right.
Who are you?
I'm you.
I am the Catalyst.
I thought the Citadel was the catalyst.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
Perhaps. I control the Reapers. They are my solution.
Solution? To what?
Chaos.
Ah, chaos theory.
The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening.
That was supposed to be an Ian Malcolm joke.
Order.
I failed at it.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone.
Throw the child out the
Just
airlock,
as we
Commander.
left your people alive the last time we were here.
But you killed the rest.
We helped them ascend, so they could make way for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
Yeah, I don't want to be that big cockroach.
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all organics. We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
Look, buddy, this isn't the Matrix, you know. This is real. Actually, no, this isn't real either. Both are sci-fi. Okay, so that's not the point I'm trying to get here. Oh, man. So, what are y'all's thoughts about the Catalyst? Those who are familiar with the Mass Effect lore, because I know not everyone who's watching is familiar. But me personally, I feel like the Catalyst is a very cool twist. A lot of people's complaints were that the Catalyst should have been alluded to a little bit better in the story instead of it just being right here on us. But I mean, I guess in some ways it could have been like seeing the hologram of the kid roaming the halls of the Citadel from time to time. Maybe, but it's like, how else could you have alluded to it? I don't. It seems like it wouldn't have been worth it, and this seemed like the better way to have this type of reveal. It to be just a complete surprise, as opposed to, oh, okay, what's this random thing? I mean, it kind of would have been nice, but I'm okay with the Catalyst, honestly. Could we have done something different? Probably, but the reveal of there being kind of a mastermind, so to speak, to what the Reapers are, based off of what we learned from the origins of them from the Leviathans, it makes sense. You know, there of course had to be like a main AI system. So that's my thought on it.
You said you're the Catalyst. What are you?
A construct. An intelligence designed eons ago to solve a problem.
Yep.
I was created to bring balance, to be the catalyst for peace between organics and synthetics.
So you're just an AI?
In as much as you are just an animal, I embody
that's
the
racist.
collective intelligence of all Reapers.
I'm triggered.
But you were created.
Yep.
Correct.
By who?
By ones who recognized that conflict would always arise between synthetics and organics. I was first created to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. But our efforts always ended in conflict, so a new solution was required.
The Reapers?
Precisely.
See, I think people wouldn't have been so mad at the Catalyst if the Leviathan DLC actually wasn't a DLC. Like, if it was included in the vanilla game and we had that reveal up front in the vanilla game, I think the catalyst here would have been more acceptable, because that would have been the best foreshadowing, actually, having that included earlier. So I backtracked to what I said earlier, like how we could have done it. This Leviathan DLC would have been the best way to have it up front instead of released post game, you know?
I met your creators. They told me what you did to them.
See?
We did as we were expecting.
They said you betrayed them. That you turned them into Harbinger.
When they asked that I solve the problem of conflict, they failed to understand they were part of the problem themselves. The flaws of their organic reasoning could not perceive this. They lacked the foresight to understand their destruction was part of the very solution they required.
Well, they've joined this war now.
And we haven't seen
I
a single one.
I am only facilitating their request.
Ooh. Ooh, you hear how cocky he is? Like, yeah, bring him. I don't care. Now, I know if you read the Codex and, well, if you look at the Codex with the Reaper, with the forces, I mean, that you have, you can read how they're actually fighting the threat, but it just would have been nice if they actually, you know, showed us them doing that instead of reading it about it.
Where did the Reapers come from? Did you create them?
My creators gave them form. I gave them function. They, in turn, give me purpose. The Reapers are a synthetic representation of my creators.
Leviathan.
Yes, they created me to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. They became the first true Reaper. They did not approve, but it was the only solution.
Yikes. So Harbinger is the very first Reaper.
But how do the Reapers solve anything?
Wow.
Organics create synthetics to improve their own existence, but those improvements have limits. To exceed those limits, synthetics must be allowed to evolve. They must, by definition, surpass their creators. The result is conflict, destruction, chaos. It is inevitable. Reapers harvest all life, organic and synthetic, preserving them before they are forever lost to this conflict.
See, at least with Thanos, he was trying to wipe out just half of the universe. This guy's trying to wipe off, like, what, 3/4 of the universe? Sheesh, I'd rather go up against Thanos. How is this not a conflict? You're missing the point.
We're at war with the Reapers right now.
You may be in conflict with the Reapers, but they are not interested in war.
I find that hard to believe.
When fire burns, is it at war? Is it in conflict? Or is it simply doing what it was created to do? We are no different.
That was a horrible metaphor.
Your knowledge, your creations. We preserve it, to be reborn in the form of
Fire is not sentient. You're sentient.
Like a cleansing fire, we restore balance.
Fire's not always cleansing.
New life,
it's not always
both
natural.
Organic and synthetic, can once again flourish.
I don't like you.
What do you know about the Crucible?
The device you refer to as the Crucible is little more than a power source. However, in combination with the Citadel and the relays, it is capable of releasing tremendous amounts of energy throughout the galaxy. It is crude, but effective and adaptive in its design.
Who designed it?
Your mom.
You would not know them.
Why did I
and
say
there is
that?
not enough time to explain. We first noted the concept for this device several cycles ago. With each passing cycle, the design has no doubt evolved.
Why didn't you stop it?
We believed the concept had been eradicated. Clearly, organics are more resourceful than we realized.
I feel like this, if I say this, it kind of proves the point he's saying, that we can never get along, we can never find peace, whereas the Geth and the Corians, for instance, found peace because of the efforts I was willing to make them see eye to eye. So this is definitely the better choice I feel to make out of this.
But you're taking away our future. Without a future, we have no hope. Without hope, we might as well be machines, programmed to do what we're told.
You have hope, more than you think. The fact that you are standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
So now what?
We find a new solution.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me, created new possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us.
What Anderson wanted, what every one of us have wanted.
Others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
Yeah, that worries me because when I was rebuilt in Mass Effect 2, they had to rebuild a lot of me, and I don't think it was ever really clarified how much synthetic I am. I don't think I'm like cyborg, but I feel like I have enough synthetic in me that if it ever was to malfunction, I'd be in a pickle, to say the least.
What exactly will happen?
Your Crucible device appears to be largely intact. However, the effects of the blast will not be constrained to the Reapers. Technology you rely on will be affected, but those who survive should have little difficulty repairing the damage.
Key word right
There
there.
will still be losses, but no more than what has already been lost.
See, a lot of people have their panties in a bunch whenever they criticize people who choose the destroy ending because they're like, "Oh, you killed the Geth. Oh, you killed Edie." Temporarily, they can be rebuilt. They may not be the same as what they were, but we can get them back to that point because they're AI. Get them to a certain point and they'll be alive. They'll feel alive, like Edie is right now, like the Geth are. We take a few steps back by making this choice, but we can easily regain those steps again. So, wholeheartedly, it's a temporary sacrifice. But if we work hard enough, we regain those friends that we've lost. Because look at what he's saying here. There will still be losses, but no more than what has already been lost. We haven't lost Geth or the Edie. Why do I keep putting the in front of Edie instead of the Geth? What the heck? I think that's proof right there that regardless of what we've lost or will lose right now, we can rebuild it. Like he said before too, the technology that will be destroyed, we can rebuild. He's giving us hope. Even though he acknowledges the fact that this will destroy him and the Reapers, he still is being optimistic about it. He's saying that you can choose this if you want, and this is the issues, but it's not all problematic. So I really respect that. You know, a lot of people have said that the child kind of pushes you in this direction or that direction, but I think he's just being flat out honest, and it's very interesting, to say the least.
But the Reapers will be destroyed?
Yes, but the peace won't last. Soon, your children will create synthetics, and then the chaos will come back.
There has to be another way.
I hate to break it to you, but there's always going to be chaos, regardless.
You could instead use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
So, the elusive man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control, because we already controlled him.
But I can.
You will die. You will control us, but you will lose everything you have.
How can I control the Reapers if I'm dead?
Fooled you.
Your corporeal form will be dissolved, but your thoughts and even your memories will continue. Your connection to your kind will be lost, though you will remain aware of their existence.
That's sad. It makes sense though, but it's sad, you know, having the memories of who you once were, but losing that connection of who you really were. It's quite the sacrifice. It makes sense though. But here's the thing. How are we completely sure that this is accurate? I mean, yeah, he made it seem like the destroy ending was practically perfect. And well, with this choice, he makes it seem like, well, there's always going to be chaos, there's always going to be destruction because of the future generations that are going to follow in our footsteps. But even with knowing our history, we can still be doomed to repeat a lot of it. Think about the world that we live in. We've repeated countless of issues that have been, well, reoccurring in the past up till now. And essentially having the Reapers in our control ensures that we never completely go extinct, that we never lose everybody, because we have the biggest threat in the galaxy under our control. But losing what makes us Shepard, you know, we have our thoughts and memories, but does that mean we keep our heart? I wouldn't say so. We become basically the next catalyst, and that makes me feel like making this choice is giving me a loaded gun and pointing it at my head. I feel like if I make this choice, somewhere along the lines, I'm going to be thinking just like the catalyst, because that's who I'm going to become. I'm going to lose my connection to humanity and not see it the way I am from this point of view anymore. And I think that is a terrible mistake to have. A terrible choice to have, excuse me.
But the Reapers will obey me?
Yes. We will be yours to control and direct as you see fit.
It may work for now, but who's to say it wouldn't change?
There is another solution. Synthesis.
And that is?
Add your energy to the crucibles. The chain reaction will combine all synthetic and organic life into a new framework, a new DNA.
That's a big change, you think?
Explain how my energy can be added to the crucible.
Your organic energy, the essence of who and what you are, will be broken down and then dispersed.
To do what, exactly?
The energy of the crucible, released in this way, will alter the matrix of all organic life in the galaxy. Organics seek perfection through technology. Synthetics seek perfection through understanding. Organics will be perfected by integrating fully with synthetic technology. Synthetics, in turn, will finally have full understanding of organics. It is the ideal solution. Now that we know it is possible, it is inevitable we will reach synthesis.
Why couldn't you do it sooner?
We have tried a similar solution in the past, but it has always failed.
Why?
Because the organics were not ready. It is not something that can be forced. You are ready, and you may choose it.
Sheesh. So, synthesis is my biggest fear. I can't lie, that was the first choice I made when I first played this game. I chose synthesis because it seemed the best of both worlds. It felt like we would finally be at peace because we all are on the same page. We're on both sides now. We have all the strengths of, it's like Saren said in Mass Effect 1, we have the strengths of both, but with no weakness of either. And it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? But I always felt that even though it seems perfect, even though I sacrificed myself to make this possible, I can't help but to think that this is part of the indoctrination process, because think about the nightmares I've had. Think about all the Reaper technology I've been around through all the games, and what the Elusive Man did to me down on the previous level. How can I not be indoctrinated right now and be close to the final stages of losing control, like Saren did, like the Elusive Man did? How can I be for sure that synthesis is not the final process, or control is not the final process? Now, to be fair, how can I say that for even destroy? It all could be an illusion, but part of me feels like it feels like for me, there's only one choice I can make that I would be confident in doing for this Shepard.
I don't know.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you imagine your life without them?
And there will be peace?
The cycle will end. The Reapers will cease their harvest, and the civilizations preserved in their forms will be connected to all of us. Synthesis is the final evolution of all life. The paths are open.
Sheesh.
But you have to choose.
I can't lie though. It makes so much sense. It really does. Synthesis makes so much sense. It seems too perfect to be true though. It seems just too perfect. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but also, I don't know if you guys know this. If you shoot him right now, that's an alternate ending. And some people actually like that ending above all the others. I'm not going for that. But yeah, that's... Oh, one thing I gotta say too, I love the fact that if you listen to the kid talking, it's a mixture of the kid and Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale, voices of both Shepards respectively, merged together, which is pretty cool. Whew. But I will ask this question. What endings would you guys choose? What endings have you chosen if you've played this game? Are you happy with that choice? How do you think it'll play a part in Mass Effect 4? Me personally, for this Shepard, there's only one choice I can go. He said we weren't ready yet. How are we sure that we're still not ready? We've done a lot of things. We've accomplished so much, but I don't even think we'd be ready for such a feat just yet. We were able to squash all this war, all this conflict in under a year because of one man, because of this guy right here. I don't think we're ready for synthesis. Maybe we'll never be. It's not a risk I'm willing to take right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they all are very interesting endings. They're very, very interesting. Ooh, long service medal, and I got the legend one too. I'm sorry, Edie. I don't care how 4 goes. In my head canon, the Geth and Edie do come back. This is my Shepard story, you know?
The Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Joker, listen. We have to go. Damn it.
What do y'all think about the color coding? Because I know the ending here gets a lot of flack for that. Oh, it's just choose what color you want at the end. I think people kind of blow that out of proportion. I mean, I get it, to a degree, but it's more than that, you know? But this game was rushed. If they had more time to develop the endings, I think we could have had... You know, they were rushed when they had to make a whole extended cut DLC to add things, and it still didn't really feel complete, you know? I will say this, though. One other reason why I don't do those other endings, or I don't feel like they're true, is because look at Shepard's eyes when he chooses synthesis. His eyes glow like a husk's eyes. And then look at the catalyst. Look at the kid when you choose control. Before he goes away, he smiles. Now, you could say he's smiling because he gets to live on in some shape or form. Or it could be because the indoctrination theory was true in some shape or form. And that the harvest will continue eventually. But that's just a theory. A game theory. But yeah, I mean, I know at the end of the day, everyone has their own thoughts and feelings about these endings and what it means, and I get it. Everyone has their own headcanon. These endings hit differently for everyone, and I get why people don't like Destroy. I get why people prefer Synthesis. I get why people prefer Control, or even the Refusal ending. But there's a reason why they're all different and why they all mean different things for each respective Shepard. So well, yeah, I mean, that's why I say it's my headcanon, because it's possible, quite possible, that the child was telling the truth about everything. But my Shepard viewed it as a point of why take the risk. Saren was taken control of and manipulated. Elusive Man was too big of a risk to take. Granted, they did things differently than Shepard did, but that's not the point. But it's like, how could I really prove that the child wouldn't lie? Because if he chose, if we have controlled or synthesis, the catalyst gets to live and continue on living. And, you know, why would it want to die? But then at the same time, why would it be truthful about Destroy then? You know, if it prefers us to choose the other one. So I get your point too. It definitely makes sense for it not to lie about any of it. But I feel like it's the metagamer in me as well. But to me, it kind of feels like, I feel like, of course, I feel like it would lie, because the other two endings preserve its life. It gets to live on and continue doing what it's programmed to do. Because if it doesn't, it fails its program. It fails what it was programmed to do, to keep life going on. And if it's gone, who's to say life will go on after the Reapers are gone? You know, there's no guarantee because of the constant struggles between organics and synthetics. So, but that's why I love games like this, because it really makes you think. You really have to put your thinking caps on. There's always going to be other people thinking other things, and that's how a game series with a story like this live on in people's hearts and pretty much expand through the generations, because there are always topics like this to be discussed and can always be debated. So I can't lie though, I feel bad not seeing Edie right there with Joker. I love that music too. Yeah, don't tell Joker I did that, please. If he asks, she just like slipped and fell somewhere.
Defeated. Against all odds, and in the face of the greatest threat this galaxy has ever known, we survived. We suffered many losses. The relays are severely damaged, but we won. This victory belongs to each of us. Every man, woman, and child. Every civilization.
I really don't like that they did a slideshow ending for this. The slideshows are nice, they're pretty, but it's like, come on, you can't do cinematics for this? Like them actually doing things? I mean, it's still nice, but it feels cheap. I hate to sound negative about it, but for me it's more constructive criticism, honestly. Like, this is not how I'd want to end my story, you know? I'd want to have cinematography going on here.
Now, as we take our first steps toward restoring what we lost, we must remember what it took to win.
Yeah, at least the graphics look good. You know, these are really awesome pictures. They look beautiful. And that's definitely the saving grace for it.
This wasn't a victory by a single fleet, a single army, or even a single species. If this war has taught us anything, it is that we are at our strongest when we work together.
What would have been really cool, actually, imagine if all the characters had their own line here.
Long enough to stop something as powerful as the Reapers. Imagine what we can achieve now that they are defeated.
Huh. The Citadel is actually
take time,
more intact than I thought it would be.
Rebuild everything that was destroyed.
Looky there. Rebuild everything that was destroyed.
Our homes, our worlds, our fleets and defenses. All of this and more.
Thank you. Including
Together,
eating the
we
Geth.
can build a future greater
Enough
than
said.
any one of us could imagine.
Look at that. Citadel's back.
A future paid for by the sacrifices of those who fought and died alongside us.
Yeah.
A future that many will never see.
Wait, who's that? Oh, that's supposed to be my helmet. Okay. Notice how they don't show Edie here. It would have been nice if, like, instead of Hackett narrating all of that, it would have been perfect if all the characters on our crew had their own line to narrate. That would have been chef's kiss. I never saw Cyberpunk's ending. I heard the story was cool, though. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, here's the last piece.
We still have many challenges ahead of us.
Don't put it up. Don't put it up. Don't put it up.
We can face them together.
Search the Force. You know I'm still alive. I know the Force doesn't exist in Mass Effect, but search deep.
And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
Trust only in the Force. I'm still alive. Don't put that up. Wait, she's smiling. Yes! Haha, she knows I'm still alive. That's my girl. I forget what you have to do or fail at, but there is a scene where she, or whoever your love interest is, puts up your plaque. I think if you don't have the readiness like all the way, you miss, that happens, and then you don't see your character breathing at the end. Well, yeah, but people think she's dead, you know, they don't, for now, you know. But my name, you know, they had a plaque for me too, but Liara didn't put it up, so. Where am I, dude? Yes. Let's go. Oh man, every time. So one thing I do have to mention that I never picked up on, by the way. So if you notice in the background that the stuff that was falling down, it looked like snow, right? Because I doubt it'd be like ash, ash coming down. I mean, that would kind of make sense, but it looked more like snow. It had more white and gray hues to it, lighter grays, or ash is, I mean, ash can be kind of light as well, but this might be a long shot. But I kind of have a theory. I talked about this on my podcast a little bit ago when the trailer first dropped about a year ago. It's crazy to think that it's been a year now since that trailer first dropped. But when we saw Liara on that snow world, and I don't really get how this makes sense. And this is actually, like I said, this is a far-fetched theory. But when Liara has that N7 piece of armor that she takes out of the snow, is it possible that that's Commander Shepard's N7 tag? And where we landed is where Liara and whoever else she's with is looking to find. Because in that trailer, we also see a dead Reaper in the background and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like, where could we be? We're clearly in a bunch of rubble. It's highly unlikely we would have escaped the Citadel on a ship or anything, because we were in such a bad condition. We wouldn't have been able to really run anywhere. And we were right there when the thing exploded. We were clearly knocked on our butt there. So I don't really know how they're going to explain this. I really hope it's not, like, me personally, I really hope that this is like Shepard's last thing, where we get the closure that a lot of us who chose the control, or who chose the destroy ending, really want. But I don't know. Well, yeah, I was talking about that earlier too, where it probably is in the future, because they are trying to connect it to Andromeda as well. They're trying to kind of salvage what Andromeda had established and kind of connect it to 4, which would definitely imply that it's going to have to take place in the future, because Andromeda, technically, like, the initiative takes place during 2, but the game itself, the mass majority of the game takes place like, what, 500-600 years after that. So clearly, of course, everyone we know except Grunt, probably not Rex, because I think he's like 700 or 800 by the time 3 ends. So pretty much everyone but Grunt and Liara are probably dead. And for all we know, Grunt's probably dead too, because he's a Crook and they live to fight and so forth. But then again, in this peaceful era, regardless of what ending you chose, he probably wouldn't have died. Early, I should say. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things in the air. Who knows how they can implement Andromeda? It's quite possible they may establish more of the Andromeda Initiative in its origins, and then pick off of that in a follow-up Andromeda game. Like, they may go back to Andromeda, make a full-fledged Andromeda game, and have this kind of leeway that into it. That's my thought process on the matter. But my theory is they had to have put that N7 in there for a reason. I don't think it's, I mean, it is possible she could just be looking for another N7 operative. It is highly likely. But the way, I don't know, it's tricky. It really is tricky for me. I guess it's just because I just really want Shepard to come back at least one more time, because I feel like this would be the Uncharted 4, where we're pretty much finishing Shepard's story for good, where he gets all the closure he has. Because I don't know about you, but I want my Shepard to live out his life with the love interest. I want there to be at least a short section in the next game where, you know, there is a kid, there is a married life, and we carry on in the next generation. Maybe we take control of, well, I guess if it's supposed to be a Mass Effect game, it would make sense that it's still a customizable character. So if you were to take control of the next generation of Shepard, I'd be cool with that. But I know a lot of people would be mad because they don't want Shepard's story to continue. Me, like I said, I want more closure with my character, so I would want that to be the finale for sure. I wouldn't want it to be like a whole Master Chief thing where they just keep telling his story. I feel like 4 would definitely need to be the next, the final thing. But like I said, it'd have to be like an Uncharted type deal where this is his actual farewell. Because he would be, you know, retired. He saved the whole world. The whole galaxy, I mean, so. But I get it. I'm in the minority. Everyone, pretty much 90% of everyone wants Shepard to be done, so I get it. But, I mean, yeah, he definitely earned his rest for sure. And I'm not saying I want Shepard to be out and about fighting and doing all this stuff, but I just want to see my Shepard happy with his love interest, or her love interest, depending on how you played it. Because I know there are some people who want that, but most people want him or her just to be gone, and just to be either a Reaper, dead, or just retired. So, but I'm glad that I was able to finish this game on stream. I definitely thank you all for being here. This was fun, definitely a fun experience. It was worth the wait. That I never really thought 10 years later I would be playing this game again. Like a remastered version of this game, I mean. It feels like playing it for the first time all over again.
Did that all really happen?
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
Don't call me that.
What will be there?
More Reapers. I mean, what?
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the Shepherd.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
What planet are they even on? I guess it doesn't really matter, because it's clear that after everything that happened, settlements would go back to normal. People would live on other planets besides Earth. So I like the idea of them doing that, where they made it where it wasn't Earth, but it was somewhere else, clearly from the fact that there were 2 planets like really close to Earth. But I really wonder, like, I'm sure they probably didn't have any idea. They just threw that in there just to like have some optimism for the future. But it makes me wonder, like, how far in the future is that? But it's all good. Congratulations on bringing an end to the Reaper threat. Commander Shepard has become a legend. And from here, you can continue to build that legend. It has been a very long journey for Shepard and for the team here at BioWare. And like Shepard, we couldn't have done it alone. The Mass Effect trilogy began as the vision of a small team, but over the years it has grown. That growth has been fueled and shaped by the feedback and support of the player community. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to sharing further adventures with you in the Mass Effect universe. The Mass Effect team. I don't know if they changed this message for the remaster. It seems very similar, but I'm very glad that this message has aged well. Like, play this game back when Andromeda first came out, and this message wouldn't have aged well. But now that Mass Effect has a bright future again, it's aged wonderfully, I should say, over time now. So let's see, is there another message it's gonna say, or I think it's just gonna take me back to the Cerberus base. I don't think there's anything else they changed here. Yep. Let me see. Assault the elusive man's base. Yep, so they took me back there. So this makes sense. Like, I used to think, why would they take me back to this point of the game? This is so far back. And then I realized they do that because if you wanted to go back and do missions that you forgot or didn't have a chance to do in general, you could. So for instance, let me see here. So for instance, I have all these to do, but I don't really care to do them. Like I said earlier in the video, some of these, like Omega, I can't even do those anymore because the Omega mission doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Some of the Citadel missions I probably could still do. I think I just have to find them on the Citadel and do that, but it doesn't really matter because I maxed out my stuff to the best of its ability, and I got all the things I wanted to do in this mission except for the elusive man side of things. Other than that, this was a nearly perfect run for me, so I'm very happy about that, and I'm glad I got it on record, because originally I wasn't gonna do the ending on screen, because like with the Citadel DLC, I kind of just did it on my own time, even though I really actually wanted to do that on screen. But if I had to make a choice, I think doing it this way was cool.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Oh, we already did this.
You don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's the nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah, buddy. It was cool hearing that again. Because we don't really get to see we don't get to see much of these characters' families, aside from like Liara and Miranda, and usually not in a good way for a lot of these people. But I think I'm gonna end the stream on either the captain's cabin, or I should do it with Liara. It'd probably make more sense to do it in the captain's cabin, because Liara's not really gonna say anything different. Well, one thing I will say is my future plans for this game is occasionally I will do some other Mass Effect streams of my other characters. I'm doing a female... What the... You see what that fish is doing down there? It's glitching. You see that? It's like clipped to the floor, I guess. Well, currently I am doing a female renegade run, and I'm missing a ship up there. I don't think I get a trophy for getting all the ships anyway. It's kind of just for a look. I think that's kind of in poor taste that there's a Reaper model, but I'm not going to go there. But yeah, so I'll do occasional streams of my female shepherd. Maybe do some other streams with my next shepherd that I'll do where I romance Tali. But that's going to be much, much further down the line, because I'm going to most likely going to complete my female run sparingly, and then I'll go back to my male Tali run. But next time you see me on stream, as far as the gaming goes, I'm probably going to be doing Alan Wake to finish that game up and go from there. But this is cool. Very good experience. I had a fun time coming on stream and finishing this game. And like I said, it's a sad but grateful occasion, because we finished an excellent story And regardless of the ending, regardless of the problems that the ending had, I'll say it this way: the whole game is the ending. And even if there's a bit of hiccup at the end, the last, half hour, compared to like what, the 40-hour campaign, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty solid. So, very solid game, very solid trilogy. I am very, very happy with what we got with the Legendary Edition. I know there's rumors we may be getting a multiplayer edition in the future. It's been a year. There hasn't been any talks about it. I don't think that's going to be happening, unfortunately, even though the freaking multiplayer on the previous edition, I believe the servers are still online. I was playing it like a month or two before this game came out, so I gotta say, they're pretty stupid not to bring the multiplayer back on this version. I can't lie. They're very stupid for not bringing it back, but that's whatever. Neither here nor there. Thank you all for joining me on this stream. Hope to see you again next time for more shenanigans. And until next time the wind hits our sails yet again, I'll see you in the next escape. And until then, don't forget to keep winning. Y'all have a great night. And to you, Shepard, until next time, thank you for being you and allowing us to take back Earth. This is my favorite game on the Citadel. I should go.